sudden I have a full panel, which does not appear to be happening today because the rest of the panelists are not responding to me saying, hey, where the fuck are you?
You expected Alfly to respond to a message?
The second version of masturbation is we just randomly debate things with the audience. So,
Hello.
No. Bring your drunk old ass up here.
Don't you say that,
Dad,
Don't you speak the truth?
Oh, no, you're not here to have it either. Grab
Am I
two
here to
chairs, do the
masturbate
boy.
with you?
You're here to masturbate with the...
Oh, this is going to be mutual masturbation. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Consent is cool.
It's a circle.
Except we
jerk.
didn't consent. We're all gonna laugh.
Yes.
Right back.
Can you invoke the platonic ideal, or are we going to actually have fun with this?
Sue, welcome to the debate.
Yeah.
Okay. So, thank you very much.
He's the only one that's under a light, so he looks special.
Yes.
I'll take him first.
I need to get a fursuit or one, someone with a fursuit to like
That's the CBS I'm on.
There.
so I can go into
It's like the old CBS.
Yes.
I mean, it works.
Science kind of knowledge.
Yes.
See, nobody wanted to sit next to me so much that there's not even seats sitting next to me.
I'm sorry?
this one.
When you freeze milk, it actually freezes like a beige color,
Yes.
not white. Why?
Oh, but that's because, remember, milk is not a liquid. Milk is a colloidal suspension. It's a suspension of particles. When you freeze it, all those particles come out. The actual liquid part of milk looks like this. Yes, it does. It's basically milk fat, which is white, suspended in this
Okay.
goop. So that's why when you freeze it, all that crap comes out of suspension, and you wind up with this liquid that's frozen.
Beige.
Yeah.
Shit. The more you know.
Science!
Today I learned.
We will give it a couple moments
No, we will not. It is time to start.
as we have a full panel.
Yes.
Yep.
What time is it?
4:59. We could debate about whether or not to
At
start.
least
I'm
one
sorry.
minute.
It is not time to
It
start.
is not
I
time to
apologize.
start. That's right.
Do you have literally 1 minute?
We have literally 1 minute.
Possibly. No, it is
Start.
time to start.
Okay.
Start.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Masturbation. This is where you make noise.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah! Woo, okay. How does this panel work? It works very simply.
I wish I knew.
Oh, you were on the first one.
Was I?
You were.
Was I sober?
No.
Okay.
We'll remind you.
We have changed the rules somewhat since the last time Dr. Conway has joined us on masturbation. Very first thing, masturbation. Yes, I know what it sounds like. That is actually the joke. Thank you. You got it. The way this works is very simple. We will take topics from the audience. We have teams on either side of me. To my left, Ronnie Noodles.
Woo!
And the esteemed Dr. Samuel Conway, also known as Uncle Kage. To my right, my spouse, quotation marks.
Woo!
And famous furry artist and Anthrocon guest of honor for this year, Sue Deer.
She's seen me naked.
Oh,
Good.
I have
Is that our
reserved.
first topic? I'm sorry, that came out loud, didn't it?
Is somebody recording that?
No.
Yes, there's a camera. Yay.
Hi, YouTube. Hi, Mom. She's watching.
We will take topics from the audience. I will choose the topics, assign them randomly to a team. The team will have 3 minutes to argue in favor of their topic against the other one. The topics may not make sense, that is the point. After the initial arguments, each side will have 1 minute for rebuttal and 1 minute for questions from the audience. You will then vote on who won. The preferred method of voting is charity money. However, given the number of people in the room, we'll take your charity dollars, but we may just do a show of hands. That okay with everybody?
yeah.
Well, wonderful.
I'm sorry, how's this work again?
Oh, you'll get it. Don't worry. Okay? You will see me do things throughout this. I am actively working against... Oh, no, you can substitute in, Chris.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, you're our sub now.
Okay, I'm in.
You gotta be a little subby.
Oh no!
Is there anybody under
hard.
the age of 18 in the room?
Out.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So, let us begin by taking the topics. Do I hear debate topics? Yes.
Freddie Mercury's mustache versus Steve Harvey's mustache.
Okay. Yes?
Does Stalin have... Sorry.
Stop stalling for time.
No, I forgot.
Yes.
The direction north versus south.
North versus south.
Now that's already been decided
Yes.
in the 1860s.
Fire or no fire? Any other topics for our first round? Yes?
Stop, drop, or roll.
Stop, drop, or roll? Yes?
North Dakota is best Dakota. Discuss.
No, it's not.
Oh,
I sense a topic.
now you get to the fun part of this that I didn't tell you about earlier. You see these two teams on either side of me? I am actively working against them. Which means the topics that you've just listed off, somebody's probably thinking of an argument one way or the other right now. However, I get to choose any two topics I want. So, Mr. Conway,
Sir.
you and the dragon will be arguing in favor of Freddie Mercury's mustache.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes.
Miss Deer,
Yes.
you and the wonderful Otter will be arguing in favor of fire. Fire versus Freddie Mercury's mustache is our first debate topic. Panelists, take a moment to decide who will make your first argument and who will be doing rebuttals.
Did Freddie Mercury set anything on fire?
He's
My
Mr.
heart.
Fahrenheit.
He is Mr. Fahrenheit.
But,
Although, Sue, if you would like to draw, we can always bring Chris the Comedy Bun up.
No. I think I would like to make arguments in this.
Wonderful.
versus a wonderful...
Have you decided who is making your first argument? I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Generation of
Freddie Mercury's mustache. Your time begins now. Go.
What?
Your time's running.
Of what?
Of your time to
Oh,
debate.
absolutely, yes. Freddie Mercury's mustache, as you all know, was featured in almost all of Freddie Mercury's hits.
as well as almost every 80s porno
There
video.
will be no aid from the rebuttal. We're adding 20 seconds.
Yes, yes. Well, you can. Okay, when you listen to Freddie Mercury's music, you can hear the mustache. Excuse me. It's like
That's not ours. Oh, okay.
You can understand what I'm talking about. You can.
Wow, that's a lip debater.
Viagra. All right. The fact that help me.
The fact that Mr.
There is no
Mercury's
help from the
mustache-
rebuttal witness. We are
There's no
adding
rebuttal
to 20
witness. Is he on
seconds.
my team?
Oh, he's on your team.
Isn't he?
He's your rebuttal.
Oh.
Oh, he's my rebuttal
He's the person who rebuts in favor of your team.
in favor of my team.
To the other argument.
Okay. I'm sorry. So Freddie Mercury's mustache versus Fire. Fire has never had a hit single, unless you're talking Earth, Wind, and Fire, in which case that's only 1/3 of the single. So, I'm sorry, that is my thesis, and I have nothing further to add. You will never find any fire outside of Earth, Wind, and Fire that has had a hit single.
Well, I'm glad you were succinct. However, the unspoken rule is you must use all of your time, so you have 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
And the fact that I was alive when Freddie Mercury was alive, and I actually can remember the feel of his mustache on my eardrums when I listened to... What? What?
Phrasing.
What? No, when I listen to his music, you can feel his mustache because, like I said, it's like rubbing on the microphone, especially when he hits those high notes. You know that song with the real high notes there? It's Take on me.
That's not Freddie Mercury.
There will be no help from the peanut gallery. We're adding 10 seconds.
What did he sing?
He's saying,
Oh, it's just, who wants to live forever? Who wants to live forever? You brush your mustache. There is no fire in that song. Fire has no bearing on it. It is all Mr. Mercury. It is all his mustache. How much time do I have left?
Oh, you have 1:17.
And let me just remind the audience of the Oxford comma debate, which has been raging since before Freddie Mercury joined with the band, which then became known as Queen, which was on the top of the charts much longer than Earth, wind, and fire, and I shall point out earth, wind, and fire. Fire only had 33.3% of the billing of earth, wind, and fire. As I have mentioned, earth and wind did indeed win their paternity suit against fire, as Mr. Badger would be able to attest. And Freddie Mercury was amazing. His mustache was amazing. He had gigantic teeth, but that also meant he had a gigantic penis, because you can tell a man's penis size by his teeth. That is my thesis. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not how it works.
That's not Freddie Mercury!
I can't stop it.
It's okay, you just have to take
He's down and
Yeah, you just gotta bust the reins out of Africa.
To the team to my right, who is going to be making your primary argument?
that good?
That will be Miss Deere. Miss Deere, would you please charge headlong into this?
Ladies and gentlemen, others and neither, I have but one main argument, and that is fire good!
But
There will be no interruptions.
I am not allowed.
You have a rebuttal. Go ahead.
Fire good. Fire keep warm. Fire keep you warm. Fire warm Freddie Mercury mustache too much. Fire burn mustache off.
Fuck invited her to be Anthracon's guest of honor.
It'd be like rock, paper, scissors, only with fire and mustache always loses. Me know because me set hair on fire on 7th birthday. Sorry, 6th birthday.
Really?
Yes, really. It's stinky. Mustache burning stinky. Fire good.
You have 2 more minutes.
Oh, I have 2 more minutes.
Keep going.
I can add time for stalling.
No, Stalin.
add time.
Stalin like fire.
Continue, please.
Fire red good. Pepper. Pepper like fire. Fox and pepper like fire. Lots of red in fire and fox and pepper.
Pepper have red.
Red peppers. Pepper have red hair. Thank you, like
I am
fire.
helping her. I'm wondering the same thing. Should I be on her side?
I am intrigued.
I feel like this is a setup.
Fire have many hits. Rain of fire. Fire bad when fire hit, but fire take out bad guy. So fire good. Friendly fire.
Hey, I have a conflict of interest. I side with fire now, so.
Please continue. You have 43 seconds.
See? Fire
He
good.
left his phone.
He fired.
You have 34 seconds.
Fire cook meat. Eat the meat. Eat the meat. Eat the meat. Eat the meat.
You have 20 seconds.
Fire also toast marshmallows when you are done eating. Fire good. Fire make tasty. Fire make Freddie Mercury's mustache crispy. It's a great game. Fire better than mustache.
We'll allow the last 2 seconds to expire. Because frankly, I'm a little worried about what'll happen if I allow her to keep talking about fire.
What happens now?
Ronnie, you've heard the fire argument. It's time for your rebuttal. You have 1 minute to rebut the argument of fire good.
Fire's scary.
Good.
Fire, very, very scary. Fire, bright and warm. Fire.
Excuse me, why are we
bright
talking
and
like Neanderthals up here?
There will
Because
be no
fire
help from the
scared.
argument. We're resetting it 1 minute. Continue.
Because fire, very scary. For fire equals fire insurance, which I don't think this con has still.
which fire equals very, very big con liability. Which equal Alkali needs to get his ass on the insurance policy right now because we are giving too much to fire. Also, fire in kitchen cooking dinner, which means that I hope Lonely Shepherd is not in the kitchen right now cooking. For we might have more fire than we really want at this convention without any fire insurance.
Who invited him?
The fire invited me because fire's scary.
Fire invited me.
The Lord of Light is good, for the night is dark and full of terrors. Fire's scary. I like cold.
Time!
That was
I
a
give you a
retard.
different alarm.
Sure.
No. No.
Not one by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
So let's go back to the other.
Yeah, let's go back to
We didn't start the fire.
Fire good.
your rebuttal to Freddie Mercury, and yeah, that's a very accurate depiction at this point in time. Yeah. 1 minute go.
Freddie Mercury was a man who could set the world afire with his voice. Fire can just set the world on fire by being fire.
Continue, please.
You're not wrong.
Fire is essential for life. We use it to cook. We use it to sanitize. We use it to keep warm. Heat water. Sterilize water. There's so many uses for fire. Freddie Mercury serves a purpose if you can hear him. I mean, what sort of purpose does he serve deaf people? What service does he do? You know, people who...
Are you advocating for giving fire to the deaf?
Always. Everyone should have fire. Fire's good.
This explains a lot about what happened at Basement Con. We open the floor to questions.
This is not deaf.
Yes.
About fire. So, you think Freddie Mercury's mustache could beat fire?
No. That was not my point at all. My point is that Freddie Mercury's mustache is inherently non-flammable. Okay, if you look at the, you see, we all know Freddie Mercury's range of voice. That he had a 5-octave range. Any other individual would have set his facial hair on fire from hitting that range of notes. The very fact that Mr. Mercury was able to hit that entire range without a conflagration resulting is complete and incontrovertible evidence that his mustache is A, non-flammable and thus superior to fire as a defeating element.
Fire, how do you answer this question?
That's silly.
Iggy in the back.
Yes. What are your thoughts on the recent commercialization of fire, such as that of Richard Pryor and Michael Jackson?
I'll leave that as an open question.
Okay, am I allowed to quote other sources?
Yes.
Okay, it was George Carlin actually said it best. Pardon me. George Carlin, on that very topic, said, what did he say?
Fire's scary.
Yes. He said, okay, George Carlin said, Richard Pryor had a heart attack. I had a heart attack. Richard Pryor set himself on fire. I said, fuck that, I'm going to have another heart attack. And I think that is probably the best description of this argument and an absolutely incontrovertible argument against the argument that we are arguing against, which I forgot which it is, and because I really got to pee. I really want to finish this so I can.
So what you're saying is
yes,
that Freddie Mercury's mustache causes heart attacks.
Yes. No.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel that would be an accurate depiction. Okay, we are going to open the floor to the voting at this point in time. The way voting works during masturbation is with charity money in front of the side you wish you won. So go right ahead.
So you put the money up
You
here?
put the money in front of the people.
Dad, I need money.
Dad, your money.
Dad, I need your money.
I have money. You're not supposed to know. Or I have a job. You're not supposed to know about it.
That's right.
Toss some coin to your chairman.
One single.
That's all I got, man.
Okay, no, I was gonna
Oh,
like do the thing where I think get the $12 and go.
No, we do not.
But
All I said, I'm sorry.
What?
Whoa!
What?
You lost.
Fire awesome!
I mean, hello.
I gotta pee, I'll be right back. Don't do nothing until I get back.
Mine's good.
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury. See, these people have taste
Wait,
in Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury.
I figured out what I was trying to say with style.
I have an
Freddie
additional
Mercury
question.
must
What
have
is the
it.
appropriate mustache power
Political power
I think that's the
That's the way I like it.
All right, voting is now closed. Would the panelists please count the number of votes they received?
We have
107 votes.
40, 60, 65, 67, 68. I swear to God, this is not 69. No, it's $88. I count.
Well, you got your ass kicked. We have 108 votes in favor.
107.
108. It's quarter as a vote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In favor of Fire versus 89 in favor of Freddie Mercury's mustache.
Can we take the monetary value of gifts bestowed upon
No.
Freddie?
No, because you're turning it into pee, and nobody wants that.
I mean,
All right, almost nobody wants
you
it.
know that's a lie.
That being done,
Can't say that.
I will gather the votes, which we will run immediately over to the charity liaison.
yes,
Thank
yes.
God the panel's
I
next
agree.
door. Noodle Dragon, please take your seat in the audience while I bring up the next competitors. Don't go too far. You may be back.
Actually, do you want me to just run that over the charity while I'm at it?
No, because we have two more panels.
All
Or
right.
two more parts of this. Iggy and Chris, the comedy bun.
Yes.
Could I get you up here?
Yeah, okay.
We are switching out our panelists.
Okay. What have I just been drafted into?
Something you've done several times before. Don't act
Do
surprised,
you want a
sunshine.
rebuttal, or do you want to be first?
Look, sit the fuck down and figure it out, okay?
I'm sitting in front of the booze. Okay.
Damn it.
Do I have topics for our second round of debate? Yes.
Water versus no water.
Water versus no water, yes.
The correct mustache to power ratio. Political
Mustache to power, yes.
Red versus white.
Garfield versus Cthulhu.
Garfield versus Cthulhu, like you're already doing the mashup for me. I appreciate it. Yes. That's you. You're the only giant blue dog with a hand up. It's okay.
Vaccinate my fursuit or not?
What?
Should I vaccinate my fursuit or not?
I don't know. Do you love your fursuit? You're a step ahead of my kids then. Yes?
Ronnie's got it, Sam.
Yes? Yes?
You lost. Go sit.
Yes? Yes? Over here?
You lost all
And
of them.
anyone with their hand up, yes?
Moby Dick versus Free Willy.
Moby Dick versus Free Willy?
Tacos versus burritos.
Tacos versus burritos, yes? You had your hand up, didn't you?
Leonard Skinner versus airplane.
Leonard Skinner versus airplanes, yes?
What? Versus otters.
Scotch versus... Oh my god, that was horrible.
Took me a second too.
Oh,
Oh, we were those helicopters.
Leave.
wow!
Heaven versus hell.
Like, you all get Leonard Skinner versus airplanes. It took me a second. If you don't understand that, please, Google it.
Exactly that.
Well, let us choose our topics. We are going to say Leonard Skinner versus Cthulhu, because I feel that's just slightly less tasteless.
I'll give you a call.
All right, I now have a coin. Call it.
It's a coin.
Side.
Coin!
Tails.
Heads.
Airplane.
Tails it is. Which topic do you want of Leonard Skinner v. Cthulhu? Cthulhu. You can't even pronounce it, so you get Leonard Skinner. You suck. Would you like to go first or second?
Let's have them go first.
Okay. Cthulhu, take a moment, discuss who is going to be your primary argument. Your moment's up. Go.
Okay, Cthulhu is the Dark Lord of everything. He might actually be what was responsible for taking Leonard Skynyrd out of I mean, everyone thinks that there is a god. Maybe our god is a, giant tentacled monster that lives on the bottom of the ocean.
Well, somebody has a bad dragon.
What?
Yes.
Continue.
Cthulhu is better than Skynyrd for several reasons. Skynyrd was a great band. They lasted for a while, but Cthulhu is eternal. He will last forever. No matter, how many life forms he permits to live on Earth, he will be around to see all of them live and die, for he is immortal.
You have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes.
Cthulhu devours souls.
Well, so does Leonard Skynyrd if you go to the right bar. Sorry, I shouldn't be interjecting.
Freebird touches souls. But in the end, what is more powerful? You can touch a soul for a minute, and then, to destroy a soul, to take it completely out of existence, that's power.
Like a chartered airplane or Cthulhu? I just need clarification. You have 1 minute. The Dark Lord cometh.
I would like to imagine the Dark Lord has a squeaker. Looks all scary and intimidating, cute little squeaky voice.
You have
just
47
like your sister.
seconds.
Servitors?
What was that?
Servitors? Never mind.
You have 37 seconds. You have 30 seconds. You are about to get time added. Say something.
So Cthulhu, Dark Lord of all, yay. Is better than Leonard Skynyrd for a lot of reasons.
You have 10 seconds. I'm not as harsh on that one as I am on other panelists for one primary reason. I have to sleep with her later.
I mean, you don't have to.
Works for me. Leonard Skynyrd, you're up. All right. It's something that hasn't been said since Johnny Van Zant died. Go.
So there's Richie Valens, there's the Four Seasons, and there's Dean Martin, great laureates of our time. But everyone remembers that time in their life that maybe they were in college, maybe they were out rooming for the first time, maybe they were in their mom's basement, that they learned to shred. Everybody knows it, right? About 10 years ago or whatever, there's this little game, harmonics, Guitar Hero. Who hasn't in their lives wanted to nail the solo for Freebird without any guitar experience whatsoever? Exactly, right. That was your first experience being free. What is it like being free as a bird? As a bird fur no less. Everyone knows a bird fur. They're the most free. They're flying all about. They jump all around the world. In fact, all the ones I know attend things like Eurofurence or stuff, and I can't even get on a plane. I'm not free as a bird, but Leonard Skynyrd is. And that's why you can't go with Cthulhu, because when you go through a gate, you don't know where you're going to end up. You might end up in Riley, you might end up in Solano, you might end up with Natharkalep or whatever. And think about it. If there ever was a convention, if you had to have a convention, if I had to practice it enough times, I guess you could go with Leonard Skynyrd as the badge name, right? Because I don't know who the hell's in the band. They have a bunch of beards, but they're not ZZ Top. That's all I know. And they don't play with a quarter. But with that said, if we all practice, we could spell Leonard Skynyrd. If you had to print the badges, like imagine how screwy registration would be for a Cthulhu Con. Everyone would be doing Narcolepsy and Cathar Tops and Neo blah blah blah, all this, and then Cthulhu, because of course they'd be half the badges. Wait, what's that Anthony Hopkins thing? That's what Cthulhu does. Every single badge would be like that. It would either be something incomprehensible or just slobber. In fact, half the badges would just have slobber all over it. Who would possibly want something like that? We could have we could bring Fox and Pepper in, and they could do some little country thing. We could do all kinds of stuff, but with Cthulhu we have a problem. The first thing we have to do is like open a bunch of gates into town in the middle of nowhere, in the town of Arkham. Who wants to go to like Salem and have like some kind of witch trial like thing, like we're pretending it's Nathaniel Hawthorne? In fact, everyone at Cthulhu Con would have to wear the letter C everywhere. Because that's just how it is at Cthulhu Con. And I also thought it turned into an allegory for life, because that's how Cthulhu works. Everything in Cthulhu is an allegory for life, and how if you read all of Cthulhu novels, you eventually just hate yourself because you realize how exactly depressed that guy was. And that's not a very happy time. You come here to have a fantastic time, and that's why Leonard Skynyrd is the correct option for this. Right? So when you're around thinking about, the Emancipation Proclamation, the Prohibition Act, and Brexit, when you're thinking about all those things, make sure to remember freedom and Leonard Skynyrd.
You have 2 seconds.
I sit down.
And that took up the 2 seconds. Cthulhu,
Right.
you have 1 minute for rebuttal. Go.
This will be easy. So, my esteemed colleague brought up shredding. Oh, fine. You can aspire to shred, to do that solo in Freebird. Are you going to be able to shred when Cthulhu shreds your soul? When he shreds your mind, when he flays it from your very brain pan? Your mind. When Cthulhu heard Freebird, he went, yeah, that's a buffet, and ate them all. And gates. For heaven's sake, gates. You want to open up a gate, you want that gate to take you somewhere, that gate that Cthulhu opens up for you might just lead backstage to that Leonard Skynyrd concert. And that leads me to the point of t-shirts. Okay, you can have a Leonard Skynyrd t-shirt. Have you seen Leonard Skynyrd t-shirts? Cthulhu t-shirts now, on the other hand.
That is your time. If I can summarize your argument, are you arguing Cthulhu's a better merchandising opportunity?
Yes!
Because of money.
Oh my god!
And Cthulhu has better beard. I'm just saying. Tentacle beards.
Leonard Skynyrd, are you ready?
Yeah.
Fly, Freebird, fly.
My esteemed colleagues, Cthulhu is an elder one. You know who's also an elder one? Your father. Everyone has a father. You might not have a relationship with your father, but your father has a relationship with Leonard Skynyrd. If you wish to have a relationship with your father, the easiest way to do so would be through Leonard Skynyrd. Try to talk to your dad about Cthulhu. He'll say, "What the hell is that stupid squid thing, boy?" and get me another beer. Try to play, if you start playing Freebird, he'll be like, "Yeah, I knew you weren't a queer."
Wow!
In this world, Cthulhu is not the leader of this world. You said Cthulhu was a better marketing ploy than
That's your time.
Oh, fuck you! It's not. That's 4 platinum albums.
I honestly kind of want to give you a hug. Just tell you it'll be okay.
Just saying.
And give me a beer.
There it is.
We will now open to questions from the floor. Yes?
Why should I enlighten my soul with Leonard Skynyrd's Freebird solo when I could enlighten my soul and have ungodly powers going with Cthulhu?
Right?
Why should somebody listen to Freebird instead of giving their soul to Cthulhu?
Because you can smoke weed and listen to Freebird, but if you try to enlighten your mind with Cthulhu, you just literally are perpetually insane. That is a rule of Cthulhu. If you even gaze upon him, you go insane forever. It's not worth it. You're not that cool. I'm sorry. No one here is going to actually get Cthulhu powers. You're just Cthulhu's fucking breakfast.
Well, that explains your fucking necklace, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Why is Cthulhu a better choice for enlightening your soul than Freebird?
You think?
Um,
I mean, there's tons of books written that feature Cthulhu.
Yeah.
That's a pretty mind-blowing experience just to read about him. Let's read about Leonard Skinner.
well, plus, like, Cthulhu's praises are sung everywhere. Freebird's sung in, like, some dark,
spooky bar,
dark
sticky floors.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I like it. Cthulhu's praises are sung everywhere. Freebird's sung at the county fair. Okay. Yes, Dr. Conway.
This is perhaps irregular. It is actually a procedural issue that I would like to bring.
Yes.
Mr. Badger, are you not expected to be an impartial party on this?
I'm not expected to be anything.
Now, I do want to point out there is an expectation of impartiality. However, I submit that you have been having sexual relations with one of the panelists. Mr. Iggy, do you deny this?
I told you you'd get caught.
I have an improv workshop in less than an hour that says I should never say no, so yes.
And
I withdraw.
And there are photographs.
Good save. Good save. Did you bring that outfit I like? Yes.
Which one is the better calamari chef?
Which one is the better calamari chef?
Yes.
Between Leonard Skinnyr and Cthulhu.
Yes.
Yes.
I heard Cthulhu was a myth made by the government to stop us from vaccinating our children.
Yes.
That's what you'd like to think.
Alright, so let's say I do a ritual. Which one's more likely to ask how I'm feeling after the ritual?
There we go. That's a question we'll ask.
Cthulhu.
Sure.
What was the question?
Who's more likely to ask for your feelings after the ritual invoking them, Leonard Skinnyr or Cthulhu? Speaking of which, may I ask exactly what ritual invokes Leonard Skinnyr? Necromancy.
Guitar necromancer.
Like, I just kind of want to meet the redneck necromancer.
You just handed blunts instead of hands.
Actually, the redneck, the redneck,
Redneck romancer.
redneck romancer.
Redneck
Very
necromancer.
good. I don't like when the audience is funnier than us. It was a case of...
Does it make you feel insecure?
In a little bit.
Maybe you
Well,
should play some Freebird so Dan will think you're right. Folks, with that, we will open the floor to vote, and you know how this works. You are now deciding who moves on to the final round of all of this.
I think they're out of money.
Yeah.
They're raising hands.
You blew the wad on the first one,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Fire good.
You didn't know there was more than one, did you?
Changed my mind.
oh, whoa, that's an important thing. Wow.
Wow. All right. We're going to close voting now with $30 or 30 votes. Oh, wait, no, there's more coming. Just throw a quarter.
But Cthulhu accepts your...
I like the fact Cthulhu got a pity vote. That makes me feel so good. Let's get her! I know what type of audience this is because you just put down $30.25 for a Leonard Skinnyr vote. So don't worry, your sister girlfriend will be by a little later to say hi.
Do you know when the necromancer brought Leonard Skinnyr back, it was a case of reincarnation?
Now, the way that this works is very simple at this stage. You have won the second one.
Yeah.
You have won the first one. You will both be in the finals. However, I'm going to give you a tag-in that you can use anytime you get stuck in our final argument.
Okay.
Dr. Conway.
Sir.
Please rise. Ronnie. Please rise. You won the last round. Please pick your tag in.
We'll take Ronnie, because ageism.
You're in the final round. You get Dr. Conway. May God have mercy upon your soul.
I'm good with that.
The final argument will be Leonard Skynyrd versus Fire.
Not fair! Not fair! Not fair!
No, I'm taking my risk.
It will be Fire this time.
Oh, yes! Totally fair!
Yes, fair.
Totally fair!
You will be Leonard Skynyrd this time.
Fire.
Can I ask a question? Who's Leonard Skynyrd?
Get out.
Butcher it.
Permission to default the witness.
He ran with that.
That
Like the
said,
Beatles?
the way the tag out work is very, very simple. If you run out of shit to say, tag in your extra.
Okay.
Who wants to go first? Well, wait. What am I saying? We'll flip a coin.
Heads.
I'm not even gonna look at you all. Leonard Skynyrd, are you prepared?
Sure.
Go.
Leonard Skynyrd, as we know, is one of the greatest scientific groups that has ever presented at the Nobel ceremonies.
Nailed it.
Without Leonard Skynyrd's contributions to the field of particle physics, we would not at this point know if light was a particle or a wave. It is because of the contributions of Leonard Skynyrd that we actually have. Well, you are okay. I don't need to remind this audience of the long-standing debate that waves are less filling and particles taste better. Indeed, without Leonard Skynyrd's calculations that have shown us that light is actually a measured quantity of furry pornography, which can be detected and measured on fur affinity according to the Dragoneer scale. So without Leonard Skynyrd, what are we talking about again?
You're doing great.
Thank you. That is the point I'm trying to make, that we owe a significant amount to both Leonard and Skynyrd, who, as a group, they've just done so much for the field of particle acceleration. They have. It's just. Okay. Listen, I have to speak perfectly frankly. If you guys got a particle and you need to accelerate it, it's just without Leonard or Skynyrd, that particle is just gonna fucking sit there.
It's not gonna be free.
It's not gonna be no Freebird particle. It's gonna. It's science. Shut up. I'm talking science. At this point, are there any questions?
That's not how this works.
Yes, it is. I'm a scientist. Fuck you. I got more letters than you, boy.
You have 30 seconds left for Leonard Skynyrd.
Oh, yes. Do I get to...
This topic is
Fire nut is good.
Oh, no. Again,
And the research they did in their lab in Alabama.
Yes. Okay. I do want to point out, it is very, very necessary, there is the controversy of Leonard and Skynyrd versus Watson and Crick. Watson and Crick have gotten the credit for Freebird, but yes.
I would like to point out that during this, I searched for affinity for Leonard Skynyrd.
Oh
no! There is one entry.
That's
fix that, it is simply the lyrics to Freebird.
Is there art to go with it?
No, and it is posted in the story section.
No, it's Free Willy.
So somebody posted in the story. So actually, wait, no. Leonard Skynyrd found 58 times in 38. Or Leonard was found 58 times in 38 submissions. Skynyrd found 5 times.
Video adapter. Show the audience.
It is literally just the lyrics to Freebird. So somebody has said on For Affinity, this is my story, and then wrote down the lyrics to Freebird. I don't know who you are, but if you have a Confederate fursuit and wore it to Anthrocon.
I'd like a word with you.
Out behind the dumpster.
Sorry.
As makes sense, let us now turn to the other side of the Leonard Skynyrd debate. Fire, would you like to begin?
Audience, my opponent's ringer clearly is having a stroke. They clearly know nothing of Leonard or Skynyrd in their work. And frankly, it's insulting that they would go to bat for them. Fire is what changed human history. Without fire, we'd still be cavemen. Mostly. Fire is the key to everything. Fire started us down the road where we are now. Fire is what brought us together, and fire is what will keep us together. Fire is, at the core, humanity. Fire is beautiful. Fire is hot. It's really fucking hot. Fire is so hot, guys. Do not touch fire. It is too holy for you to touch. Fire is the only hero that will only burn you, or like that will burn you, but like won't burn you. You know what I mean? Like you can worship fire, and it's not gonna like do shit that you didn't expect it to do. Like fire isn't like, oh yeah, no, I gave to a bunch of charities. Turns out I run like a child pedophilia ring. Fire's not gonna do that. Leonard Skynyrd died, but $20. They were weird, and they probably did sex stuff with children. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. Do not.
I feel I need to add time for that, but I don't know how much.
Burn your heroes with fire. Human heroes are not worth it. They're flawed individuals. Nothing's worth it. You can't believe in humans. You can believe in the cleansing power of fire. I can keep going, but
against my better judgment, I will say you have 1 minute and 4 seconds. Please continue.
Okay, so here's how you're gonna burn someone. So what we want to do
against my better judgment.
Viking funerals are structured around fire. Fire has perpetually been the only consistent thing in our lives. At least for my life, my house burned down and my dad left, all because of fire. But fire was there for me.
Are you sure it wasn't because you didn't listen to Leonard Skynyrd? You have 43 seconds, please continue.
There may be some truth to that. Okay, now my dude's dead, man. He died of alcoholism.
Did he die of fire?
Well, he died of alcoholism, which is like fire. It is an accelerant to fire. Alcohol aids fire.
Firewater.
Firewater. See, they know. Okay. Water is the only other giving thing of life, and we decided to name it Firewater. It is beautiful. Fire and humans are synonymous. They're the same thing. Fire is me. You are fire. We are one fire. So let's burn this place down, right?
You disclaimer! You were talking.
What's the point in getting fire bottles if you're not going to use them?
Do not ask that question!
Yes, you get the butt.
I have several questions.
You're not going to
That's not how this works, Boozy!
I'm the moderator. It works however the hell I say it works. First, who hurt you?
I think it's pretty obvious it's my dad. Show us on the doll where the fire touched you.
my dad's dead. Did you burn him? What?
He died. How he lived.
Was he cremated?
Yeah, my father died how he lived. Disappointed in me.
I can tell you the final things my dad said to me, but it might make everyone
Please
sad.
stop.
I'm sad.
Leonard Skynyrd.
Yes, I'm fine.
Your rebuttal begins now.
I am incensed.
Are you a flame?
Real reason, what the real difference between Leonard Skynyrd and fire is?
Apparently, Chris's dad's love.
Yes, yes. Okay. At this point, it is. I think it's time that we actually divulged. How many people here are going to Anthrocon? Show of hands. Okay, I own the fucking city of Pittsburgh. Okay, that's my argument.
Pittsburgh.
And Pittsburgh, of course, is known for its fires that it used to use to make steel. And steel is one of the songs that Leonard and Skynyrd wrote during their tour. It was the Big Ben tour. Do you remember Leonard Skinner's Big Ben tour in 1984? Yes. It was
Your time is up.
That was.
I want to point out that 4 minutes ago you thought Leonard and Skynyrd were Nobel Prize winners.
Aren't they?
Dude, they're not awesome.
Look, scientists can tour.
And now you're just making up songs they may or may not have written.
Okay, once again, I want you to reiterate
While Chris
this point.
the comedy bun is arguing for just burning shit at
I
this
want you to
point.
reiterate this
You're doing
point.
the
How many
establishment.
people are going to
Fuck
Anthrocon?
capitalism.
I own the fucking city of Pittsburgh.
Which
Do you
wants
want
to
to mess
fire?
with me?
Iggy? What? You have
Boy!
Against my better judgment, your time begins
Why
now.
is it always against this better
And in that
judgment?
case, I will mention the fact that my esteemed colleague over there got some of their facts wrong.
Oh!
And I will have you know that in the great research of the Greeks, they knew of the 4 elements: air, water, wind, and fire. And when they were studying fire, they learned of things such as Compton's angle, which happens to be the exact angle with which to hold the guitar.
I would like to pause real quick. Did you just say the 4 elements are air, water, wind, and fire?
No,
That's right.
Yeah.
I would kindly ask the judge and jury to withhold anything that may discredit me, for I have not asked for it.
Earth is a planet, idiot.
Continue.
So with that, Compton's angle, they discovered is the proper
Oh,
angle
no.
with which
Don't
to
you
hold
pull
your
Compton.
guitar.
Do not pull Compton's angle on me.
And not only did they learn about Compton's angle and knew that proper length to shred, they knew
That is
when,
low.
when they
Even
connected
for
a
you.
cable, a fiber optics cable,
Even
that
for you,
says-
Compton's angle is. Oh.
Nerd fight! 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 Nerd fight!
the photons that shoot out of that guitar into the amp, they crackle with a burst of energy known as total internal reflection.
Hold me
That is
back.
how
I
this
got you.
We have the power of rush.
Let's move it.
Nerd fight! I challenge
No one's
you.
holding me back.
I challenge you
Nerd off.
to a nerd off.
I have my Tom Baker scarf.
May I please open the floor to questions?
Yes. I have a fancy hat.
Yes.
I
to the death?
have alkaline.
Is it to the death?
Me
Your
somewhere.
insurance prevents you from wearing the table as a hat.
No, not
Yes.
table stays.
Table stays with it.
I'm a little confused.
I have your wine.
Isn't Leonard Skynyrd like that plot from the Manson
I yield the
family?
floor.
There are-
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Oh my.
Isn't Leonard Skynyrd the plot from the Manson family?
The Manson family murders. The Leonard Skynyrd.
But I
Oh,
rest
wait,
my
I'm sorry,
case.
that was Helter Skelter.
Skin your Leonard.
If you can capture lightning in a bottle, you too can become as awesome as Canadian prog rock. Long live Rush and long live Nectar. Thank you.
Our next question from the audience, yes.
Which
I
one
sit
sold
down
out
now?
Australia?
Which one sold out Australia? Who is the bigger issue in Australia, Leonard Skynyrd or fire?
Good night, everybody.
Well, he's currently speaking. Leonard Skynyrd's dead. I'm just saying.
We will now open the floor to the voting as normal.
Vote for lizard innards.
$30. This will determine the winner of masturbation at FurSquared.
A vote for fire is a vote
FurSquared. Yeah, at this point, that's accurate. This one got a little out of hand.
A vote for fire is a vote for burning down the
Lizard
establishment.
innards.
I don't think I was expecting Chris the Comedy Bun to go dark.
So you're saying your masturbation got out of hand?
Yes, all over the place.
Had me at fire to my whole hand like that.
It got out of hand and it got everywhere. Oh no! You missed his argument.
This is awesome.
I'm breaking this 10.
Jerk.
That's fine.
Wait, I think
It was like a year ago. Yeah, man.
Didn't you just listen
You know that's illegal, right?
passion speech about the effects of fire?
What?
That's counterfeit.
There's
Yeah,
only
that
two
was
law
like-
people
That's called
in
Secret
this room.
Service
He's
now.
not
Please
law.
count the number of votes before you.
But neither one of us-
Please count the number of votes before you.
Bribing the judge is illegal in the state of Wisconsin.
Only in Wisconsin.
Only in Wisconsin. It's fine in Pennsylvania.
To Team Skynyrd, how many votes do we have?
Nerd fight happened. Exactly. You had
To
to stop.
Team Fire, how many votes do we have to keep Chris from burning your house down?
Not enough to cover the insurance deductible.
5, 60, 61, 62, 63, and 63,
necromancers.
63, 36.
All right. Well, I believe you won.
Yeah! Power to the people!
Everybody, please cheer your champion before he sets your fucking trailer on fire.
I set only the government. Burning capital.
Folks, as you know, A, did you have fun with the panel?
Yes.
B, the reason we're here, as always, is to bring some entertainment in and raise money for charity. So I won't give you a total number because it takes too much time to count it. I will say that it appears this panel raised over $300 for Hawes.
Real money for you.
Please come to the rest of the panels tonight. Enjoy the rest of your convention. Folks, special thanks to Chris, the Comedy Bun. Please, everyone clap very hard for him. He looks like he needs a hug and he has a lighter.
Dude, you are my point. Why are you doing
Iggy the dinosaur.
Iggy the nerd fight incentive.
AnthroCuts, Guest of Honor 2020. Wonderful artist, domain of our own. You can find it online. The archives are back up. Sue Deer. The honor that has not yet smothered me in my sleep. Quotation marks. Woo! From Canada, the frozen north, Ronnie the Noodle Dragon. Some fucking pervert in a lab coat. I am Boozy. Thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your convention.
No.
Thank you.
Silver Gatoman, he bought me a coffee. Silver Gatoman, here is the song for thee. He likes to video all the panels at the cons. You should go and watch them whether they are short or long. Silver Gatoman, you video that's not a jibe. All of you go to his YouTube channel and like and subscribe.